Welcome back to Satisfactory. Hey, I just wanted to give you 2 quick tips on how to make curves, such as what we've got going on here. This is totally cosmetic, but it's a cool effect to have this circle around our space elevator. Easiest way to do it is you start with a painted beam. Then this is the center of your circle. You just go out. Now this method limits you to the maximum length given to you by the painted beam, and you'll see why in a minute. But this is a pretty big circle. And you don't have to do max size, right? So you just draw that out. Then on the end of that, you can put these concrete pillars on the end of the painted beam. Okay, that's done. Then you just delete this. I use this painted beam as sort of a point where we can pick another one. Then you have to change to freeform. You connect to the same starting point that you used before. Now you can angle this in any direction you like. And then instead of going to the center, you just go 1 click over. Make sure you're not standing on it. And then you click on that. Then you delete that. And then you come back here. You do it again. Start it. You always have to make sure you're clicking that same bottom point. And then when you go to connect it, I like to use just sort of like that 50% method, right? I'm looking for half the painted beam on the bar and half the painted beam off. Once I see that, I click. I can then middle mouse button to select that again. And that is making a very subtle curve. Now, it's easy, but it takes time. But if you're willing to sort of do that over and over again, you can get it done. There might be other methods, but nothing is going to make quite a smooth curve as this method. So that's one way that you can put curves in your life. We're going to fly over. And we have our factory over here that's built on curves. If we set this up correctly, we might be able to see it. Though I'm a little worried here that we overshot. Okay, yeah. So here's this factory. And you can see it's basically a giant circle all by itself. We gave up all of our momentum. So how do we build larger factories like this on circles? Well, I use blueprints. I think blueprints are the way to go. And there's a slight trick to getting circular items in blueprints. All right, so basically we're gonna go 2 blueprints in, and I'm not on the edge right now. You'll see why in a minute. So we're 2 foundations in. You can choose whatever foundation you like. And then we use the second most powerful item in curved buildings, the road barrier. Okay, we're gonna put that again halfway, 1 click to rotate, and then we're gonna go out, let's say 2 of these. We use the road barrier as our snap point. We can get that perfectly oriented. Then we can snap to that part. Delete the 2 road barriers, or 3 road barriers. And now we basically have a piece that we can use as the basis of a circular building. That building was built on this foundation method. And then what I did is I saved this as a temp circle foundation. Clear the blueprint. Then I go back to build it. Then we can put this blueprint inside the blueprint. And then we can put it right against the edge. Like that. And then we can use this to basically fill it in. All right, so now we've got 2 that we can easily build with. Like this. And then these get a little bit more complicated. But that's a good foundation for building a circular building. Then when you go to build it, you just get into blueprint mode and you can build this side to this side. Right? But at this point, we can put assemblers in here, or we can do whatever we want. We can even build the assemblers on a curve if we want. But that's advanced techniques. So there you go. And then I'll come over here and give you a sense of what it looks like fully built using that foundation method. I came back and filled in the inner part of that, but I'll leave that to you. I'll leave that for you to figure out on your own. So there you go. 2 ways to add circular style to your factory builds. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. We'll see you next time.